overcoming the stigma that's surrounding your role, that's surrounding mental health and the caregiver role combined, and you're expressing yourself. That is bravery and courage in the highest form.
I've been a caregiver now for about 8 years for my father. He has a severe traumatic brain injury, and I've been caring for him at home and then to the hospital, and now he is in long-term care.
I first became a caregiver about 3 years ago when my mom got diagnosed with breast cancer.
I became a caregiver in my late teens when I was around 16, 17 years old. For the next 4 or 5 years, I was caring for someone with Parkinson's disease.
I'm a caregiver of a daughter who's 36 years old, having suffered for 20 years with a long-standing eating disorder, anorexia, bulimia.
I have experienced mental health symptoms such as anxiety, depression, anhedonia, which is the loss of pleasure where you once had it before.
I've had some mental health struggles since I was a teenager. I was diagnosed with depression and anxiety back when I was 14 years old, and it definitely got worse throughout my caregiving experience. And I think that was probably because just seeing someone you love in that situation where they're struggling, they're going through the most horrible thing that you could imagine, that definitely made some things regarding mental health worse.
People don't realize, and there's still a massive stigma about eating disorders, that it's, well, just tell them to eat, just tell them to the eating disorder brain takes over, literally. She's tormented, which causes me a lot of pain.
Caregiving is part of kind of the natural way of growing up for a lot of Asians, and so it's not really seen as something that can be a setback to a young person. It's just seen as a natural part of living. There's also that kind of stigma about, because there's a low awareness, I feel that a lot of young people, they're afraid to speak about their experiences.
You're in a situation where there's not a lot of control. You don't have a lot of control over the situation that you're in. There's no clear direction or path that you should be taking. And so you are trying to find your way day by day, and that really takes a toll. I would tell other caregivers who are experiencing mental health symptoms to not be afraid to reach out. You don't even have to know where to go. As long as you start asking questions, someone will guide you along. There's lots of resources out there.
There is definitely a lot of stigma surrounding the caregiving experience and how you should be able to put your own experiences aside to help out this person because you were supposed to be selfless and you're supposed to be making those sacrifices. It's totally normal and it's totally okay to think about yourself, especially because you can't be caring for someone if you're not in the right place of mind yourself.
If you're feeling any type of anxiety or grief or any kind of negative emotion, don't be afraid to talk about it. There are people that would understand that you're not alone in your own experiences.
For anyone who is worried about reaching out, who thinks that venting or crying would be a sign of weakness, I would actually say it's a sign of strength. You're overcoming the stigma that's surrounding your role, that's surrounding mental health and the caregiver role combined, and you're expressing yourself. That is bravery and courage in the highest form.